Hello everybody, I'm Allie Cobb, Director of Children's Youth and Family Ministries at St. John's United Methodist Church in Kansas City. And I have a special helper with me today. What's your name?
Emery Cobb.
Emery Cobb. And we are going to read a story today about Moses. Now we started reading a little bit about Moses last week, so I thought we could continue it this week. And we learned about when Moses took all of his people. They were slaves. That means that they had to work for no money and for nobody to say thank you to them. So they were leaving, they were exiting the land where they were slaves, and they were going to a new land, a promised land, a land where they could worship God freely and God would take care of them. Now on their way, they ran into the Red Sea, which we learned about last week, kind of like red, white, and blue for 4th of July. And we learned that because God prayed to Moses, that they were able to cross the Red Sea and leave all of the angry soldiers and the army behind from the king. So today we're going to continue reading in the book of Exodus about when they were in the wilderness. Now, have any of you ever slept outside or gone camping? Emery, have you ever slept outside? No. Well, they were living outside in tents. Don't you think it'd be kind of funny to live in a tent? And now when they packed, that would be funny. Now, when they packed up all of their stuff to leave, I don't think that they thought that they were going to be living in the wilderness and in tents. And they didn't quite have enough supplies. Now, in your house, who takes care of you? Emery, who makes sure that you have all of your special drinks that you like?
The babysitter?
No, not the babysitter. Who makes sure you have everything that you need?
Moms and dads?
That's right, mommies and dads. But out in the wilderness, the mommies and the dads couldn't always get everything that they needed, so God had to provide for them. And now, do you ever complain, Emery, do you ever complain and whine that you don't have something? Tell the truth. Maybe. Just a little bit sometimes. Do we complain? Parents, if you're taking any road trips this year, have you heard Are We There Yet? Well, this is kind of what happened in today's story. So let's find out what happened when they were in the wilderness. So the Israelites were free from Egypt, but now they were camping in the desert. Can you see my picture?
Yeah, there's a mom.
There is a mom.
With a baby.
The people wondered how they would live in the desert away from their homes. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to live in the desert away from my home. I like my home and my AC, especially this time of year.
That would be fun camping.
I think it might have been fun camping for a little bit, but then I think they might not have liked camping.
Actually, it's fun because you get to roast marshmallows.
Oh, do you think they got to roast marshmallows? Well, they did get to eat something special. Let's read our story. The people were unhappy, so they started complaining to their leader, Moses. "Why are you leading us in the desert?" they grumbled. "We're hungry and there's no food to eat." I don't think they had any marshmallows. "Stop grumbling," said Moses. "God is with us and God knows what we need." And that evening, quail flew into their camp. Do you guys know what a quail is? It's kind of like a really little looking chicken. It kind of probably tastes like chicken too, but it's a bird.
Ugh, I don't like eating horrible food.
You don't like eating horrible food, but I think that they liked this one. The people caught the quail and cooked them for dinner, and everyone had enough to eat. The next morning, when the people came out of their tents, they saw thin, flaky stuff all over the ground, and the people called the flakes manna, and they ate it like bread. Do you like bread? Sometimes a little bit. Mommy really likes bread.
Me too.
You do? "Only get as much manna as you can for each day," said Moses. "Don't try to keep any of it for tomorrow. God will give us enough for each day." So God was going to provide for them. So no stockpiling, no hoarding. They all had to share. But hold on, can I finish up this thing? But some of the people didn't listen to Moses. They gathered more manna than what they could eat, and they tried to keep the leftovers for later. The only time to keep leftovers is at Thanksgiving. But the leftover manna became infested with worms. Ugh. You wouldn't want to eat something with worms in it, would you?
Ugh, but frogs like eating frog poop.
Frogs like eating worms, maybe? I know birds like to eat worms. So the people learned to gather just enough manna to eat each morning. But the people were still not happy. They weren't going to be happy with anything, were they? They started complaining again. "We're thirsty," said the people. "We don't have anything to drink." "Stop your complaining," said Moses. "God is with us, and God will make sure we have enough water to drink." God always took care of them. Wasn't God so nice to be there with them? Then God told Moses to take him and his staff, and a staff is kind of like a big walking stick. And Moses struck a rock with the staff, and fresh water started coming out of the rock. So God provided food and water for the people in the wilderness.
Actually, somebody made a hole and the water started liquid and getting into the tent.
I don't think any water got in the tent, but Moses hit the rock with his big stick and they had enough water to drink. Wasn't that awesome? So God took care of the people because they believed in God. And even though they were complaining and didn't always listen to what Moses had to say, God still provided and took care of him. And sometimes it's hard in our life to listen to God and to pray to God and ask for him to provide for us. But God is always there with us. Well, thank you guys for joining us for story time this week. And I hope you can join us Thursday because we are going to do a snack craft and we are going to be making our own manna bread. Not banana, manna. We're going to make our own manna bread this Thursday. So I hope you will get to join us for our fun snack craft this week. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Emery, can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye.